going to admit that y'all are prostitutes. The lifestyle that some of y'all are promoting is literally modern day prostitution. Whether you want to admit it or not, y'all love covering it up with get that bag, only using for what he has, da 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 da. But y'all forget to mention, like, bro, they're not doing this out the kindness of their heart. Y'all are selling that twat. I just recently seen the pictures and the videos of Aoki, 21-year-old woman with a 60-something-year-old man. I don't care how rich the man is. I'm not about to be running around here with my grandfather's age mate. One thing I've learned is to never envy somebody's life on social media, because you never know what they're doing for this money. These girls be posting up these luxury trips, these luxury bags, and black girl luxury or luxury in general.
Erykah Badu just proved just how historically ignorant our people are, just how lost we are. You know, we just fall for anything. You know, people like me and other YouTubers for years came online, breaking down history, trying to educate our people. But y'all don't want that. Y'all don't care. Y'all like the garbage and the mess and all the salacious stuff. You don't want the things that's going to empower you by knowing your history and knowing where you come from, so you know where you're going. Y'all not interested in that. So now when Erykah Badu comes out with this bodysuit on, right? Y'all say, well, she was. They say, well, she was giving a tribute to Sarah Bartman. And I'm listening to these women, and most of these women never even heard of a Sarah Bartman. Don't even know who she is. So you listen, you see all these women now getting all these BBLs and running around and celebrating themselves, talking about some, yeah, girl, slay. Well, Sarah Bartman was a person that her body was mutilated, and French scientists wanted to do scientific experiments on her. She went through a whole lot. And y'all don't even know that y'all embodying and taking on the energy of a Sarah Bartman, right? Now, when you see Erykah Badu wearing it, Erykah Badu is giving a tribute to Sarah Bartman, but Erykah Badu don't. I'm going to say something that y'all not going to like. Erykah Badu doesn't stand on business of the things that she sing about. She got 1,000 kids by 1,000 different black men. She not representing family. She not representing the village and all of us being together. No. She represents single motherhood. And a lot of y'all don't like it because y'all fans of hers, but I tell the truth, right? She don't stand on these things that she promote to y'all, right? But let's listen to what some of these women are saying and let you know just how miseducated some of our people are. Check this out.
Now, I'm just seeing this video of what Erykah Badu had on at the award show the other night. And I think everybody took this the wrong way. And Erykah Badu is real, she has a way of getting into people's head when you pay attention to her. So they were talking about BBLs and all that stuff. I was like, it's something more to this. And it was. And I gotta do more research on it. But the reason why she had that outfit on was to pay respect to this black African American by the name, I think it was Sarah Bartman or something like that. She got me interested because now I gotta read on it. I pulled up a few snippets of it, but I really wanna go into depth. And I said this year was the year I started educating my mind by reading a little bit more and finding out things instead of jumping to conclusions. But this particular female by the name of Sarah Bartman, I think back in the day, slavery times, if you will, I think I can say that. But she was paraded around town, and they were like making a mockery of her body and stuff, and people could do whatever they wanted to do, I guess at a price for her body, because the way her body looks, real full figure African American woman. Actually, they made a mockery of her, and people did all kind of things to her and stuff. And I think they said that she ended up, I don't know the whole details, speculation only on my behalf. I have not read this in the detail, but I am researching it, where she later on went to die of some type of STD, because she had been SA'd a lot, and it ended up in her getting a sexually transmitted disease, and she actually passed away from it. And even after death, I think they sold her body to scientists, and they actually dissected her body and experimented on her body. I'm kind of thinking like trying to experiment to see why her body was the way it was or whatever. Scientists' minds are kind of evil, so it's no telling. But my thing is, even after death, she didn't get peace. She lived the life of being a spectacle, and then even when the lady died, she still didn't get peace. I mean, that's crazy. in after in if you already living in total chaos, and then a lot of people say when it's the end, that's when you get your peace, your final rest, and she couldn't even rest. It's very interesting, but I think her name is Sarah Bartman or something like that. But that's what Erykah Badu was giving a homage to, or giving her respects, because the way that black women bodies have always been admired for some and envied for others. I guess she's trying to make you think of how important you are, how special you should, how much respect you should have about yourself and your body because of the way people looked at you.
So no, she wasn't a slave in America, right? She was born in a small town in South Africa during the time of slavery, right? And during those times, a lot of Africans was trying to get to France, because if you can get to France, you can be a free black, right? So her mother died when she was an infant, and her father was killed by local bushmen, right? So she took certain jobs here and there, living in a town outside of Cape Town. She ended up going to Europe, right, and living in London, and work jobs. But then she was sold and put on display, and the whole time she was still trying to get to France. So it's a whole storyline that come with this before she died. In 1850. Right? It's a whole storyline. But let's listen to this one Hotep brother that tries to break this down.
So this is Erykah Badu accepting the Icon Award at the Billboard Women in Music. Now, her outfit is going viral for obvious reasons, but the problem is people are making it go viral because they're trying to say that she's wearing this outfit to mock BBL culture. And see, that's where the problem starts, because people like to start a narrative and run with that narrative when this is not the case. The outfit is obviously shocking. But let's not forget, while she's here because she's accepting an award as an icon. That's why I would never try to clown her. She's accepting this award as an icon. And if you know anything about Erykah Badu and go back with her, you know she's way more deeper than that. Way deeper than that. The queen always been way deeper than that. Y'all gonna have to catch up and get deeper than that. So go do some homework. That's the great mother she's showing y'all. That's across many cultures. You know what I'm saying? Symbolizing fertility, femininity, maternity, loving and nurturing of the great mother. So catch up and miss me with Erykah Badu trying to disrespect culture.
Now, this guy was saying that Erykah Badu was in representation of the Great Mother, right? And some of us know the history of the Great Mother of all, the birth of all civilizations. And I'm not a big fan of Erykah Badu in representation of this, because Erykah Badu was not a model that most of us would want our young women to model behind. As I said, she has multiple children by multiple different men, and she's not in a relationship with none of them. We spent time trying to put families together and get back community and families, and she's still plantation banking. So she's not somebody that I would want to model our children to model after. Yeah, she says some great songs and she says some stuff in her songs, but she doesn't live it. But she likes to play both sides and play with your mind and all this kind of stuff. But her doing this just shows how miseducated and uneducated our people are, right? So then you have another brother, he's criticizing her, right? And he's criticizing her by saying this.
When are y'all women gonna start saying, yes, there's something definitely wrong with us? Erykah Badu performing like this, what is she wearing? It looks like she's wearing a hijab with some big old fat suit on top of it. You have humongous breasts in it, huge thighs, and a big old rear end. See, we as men know that y'all are desperate for attention, especially these days, and y'all will do anything for attention. When are y'all gonna start saying that to each other? Who are the women in her camp that are willing to tell her the truth? Most of y'all don't really surround yourself with women that will tell y'all the truth. Y'all like to surround yourself with your delusional friends that's gonna tell you that you look good, you're beautiful no matter what. We already know she was gassed up for this. We already know she had friends that told her, girl, you look so good, don't worry about what nobody say. You doing that thing. Yes, girl, slay, and all that other BS that y'all tell each other. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if pretty soon Y'all make this into a trend and this becomes the body image that y'all want. Then you have women up there dancing to this mess. Why wouldn't you hurry up and exit and get the hell up out of?
But see, people started to comment on it and had their opinion. Some people were saying that's what Sarah Bartman. It's called learning. It's called learning your history, right? And a lot of a lot of people say that Erykah Badu was not mocking the BBL culture. She is giving tribute to Sarah Bartman, right? So you have people that do know some of this. He's so young. He's so young. Give him grace, right? Then somebody said, definitely homage to Sarah Bartman. It came off with correlation to BBL also, in my opinion, right? Then somebody said, when they put the black woman on display, they tried to humiliate her. So what Erykah Badu is showing, this is not horrible, this is life, right? It's funny how people say all this kind of stuff, but they don't stand on it. And see, all of this stuff is goofy, right? I don't like none of it. And as I told you guys, she was born in 1789, right? And she died in 1815. But she was born in Kamadu, which was a Dutch colony at the time, because you had slavery going on down there in South Africa, right? She was brought to Europe in 1810 when she was put on display, right? And she lived with some rich British people that snuck some Africans out, a South African, brought them over to London to live with them. She lived on St. James Street, right? They was parading her around, and displaying her into different places, right? And she didn't like this stuff. She wasn't getting paid for it. They were putting her on public exhibitions. So in 1807, after the Slave Trade Act was passed over there in London, there was a scandal because black British abolitionists was trying to say, hey, she should get paid for her work, right? You got to pay Sarah Bartman for her work. So she went through a lot, right? And these people didn't want to give her up. You had British and French scientists wanted to do experiments on her because they thought that something was wrong with her. So she was able, after that, she was able to travel back and forth through Europe on her own free will. But then she was sold again over into France. Now, mind you, in France, she was supposed to be free. But she was sold into France, and some man in 1814, he was an animal trainer, brought her. And they was putting her on display in France, but she ended up dying from some form of disease because she was just they did her dirty, man. They did her dirty. And I'm saying all that to say that most of our women don't know their history. Most of our men don't know their history. So when you see these women walking around with these big, extraordinary butts, you know that you've been socially engineered to do certain things and don't even know where it come from, don't even know why. But then they use these people from these athletes, entertainers that entertain you, to make you feel good, to send you these messages where they're not the true and living and testament of the things that they talking about. So it gets complicated because I know a lot of y'all not gonna like me, not gonna like what I'm saying, because I'm talking about somebody that you are a fan of. Yeah, you love Erykah Badu, but Erykah Badu ain't nothing. She ain't nothing. She's a liar. She's not living by this kind of stuff, man. So like a lot of our women need to know the history and the greatness of where they come from. So no, she wasn't representing the great mother, man. As the guy said earlier in the video. I don't go with that. I've been on here teaching history and stuff like this for years on all 4 of my channels, right? And I've been talking about us knowing our history, so that way we understand what we up against, and we have a true knowledge of how to fight this enemy, So yeah, for years, other groups of women mocked the black woman's body, but now they're spending billions of dollars trying to look like you, while at the same time conditioning you not to like yourself. Man, so like I said, man, this thing is goofy. I'm gonna cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till next time, peace.